Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And this is going to be a really fun makeover day because we are tackling a very neglected area I feel like everybody has in their home, and that is the hallway. I feel like a lot of us just forget about the hallway because we're passing through it all the time and it just kind of gets you from point A to point B, but it is still an opportunity to bring in a little bit of personality, a little bit of style, and of course some DIY flair, which is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So this is what the hallway it looks like right now. This is what we're working with. It's actually a fairly long hallway for an apartment. That's because this is a 3-bedroom apartment, and in the hallway we have access to the 2 other bedrooms as well as a bathroom and a closet. It's also a really narrow hallway, but I don't want the narrowness of it to restrict some of the design choices. But because you know what, this is a small room and I do have some pretty good plans for what I want to do in there, I wanted to add in a challenge just to make this a little more fun, because what you guys don't see typically, or you might notice in the editing, is that doing a room makeover takes a long time. So for this mini room makeover, we're gonna try to do it in just one day. So right now it is 10:51. We are gonna see if we can tackle this and get this done with enough time to also make dinner by the end of the day. So let's not waste any more time right here and let's get started. Oh, the hallway is dirty. Also these baseboards, people don't need to see that. It's been like way too long since I've swept the hallway. Worst part about a hallway is I feel like you have to sweep it every single day if it's gonna look good. Ew. First up, as we're working in the hallway for the time being, I apologize about the audio. It is a very echoey space with the vinyl floors and all the doors in here and it being empty, but we'll be fixing that really soon. But I do want to tackle this project first because it's going to involve some drywall dust. And the idea that I had would be to add some picture hanging, or picture shelves, picture ledges is a good way to say it, to right here. I want to do 2 to create a really special accent wall. Now this is not renter friendly, I know it is not, but this is something that's gonna be really special, and we're just gonna spackle over the holes when we're done and move out, and we could even fix up that paint a little bit too, and it's gonna be like it didn't happen, okay? So don't be afraid. Put holes in the wall of your apartment as long as you're willing to put in the work afterward to clean everything up. So we're gonna do that, and I really just want to put 2 shelves. We're going to figure out our spacing, where these are going to go, and I'm really excited about how this is going to look. I've been dreaming of doing this for weeks and honestly months now. That's our center mark. That's where I want our top of our shelf to be. Cut C. There we go. Three down, 3 to go. The shelves look so good. They're up on the wall, nice and sturdy as well, by the way. So I want to decorate these with something very special. I have mentioned a couple times on the channel here that Alex and I enjoy photography and film photography as one of our extra hobbies. And I thought this would be a perfect place to display some of our film camera collection. We have a little bit of a hoard of film cameras going on because honestly, they just look so cool and I just have always wanted a place to display them. And with this hallway having this nice long blank wall right here, it's the best place in this apartment to put it. So let's start arranging these. I also think this would be a good opportunity to display some of the photos we've taken as well. So we'll probably have to run out and get prints as part of our day here too. So I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as I can. So we should pick up one more of these 5x7s and also need to pick out some prints and go pick those up as well, now that I kind of have an idea of how this is going to look. And this up here is going to be a really special art piece that we're also going to have to make. How did I manage to get the last one? What? This tin is actually really pretty. I think that's gonna have to come home with me too. Over the last few years, I have been collecting all of the boxes from the different film stocks that my boyfriend Alex and I have used for our photography, which is one of our hobbies that we do when we're not making YouTube videos. After cutting out just the little front piece of each of the boxes, I found the center of my paper that I'm going to mount them on, and I'm just going to use a glue stick to apply them down onto the paper in the arrangement that I wanted. This is going to be such a special and meaningful piece because each one of these boxes has so many memories behind it. And while we have definitely shot way more film than what you are seeing right here, this is a good representation of all the different things that we have tried, the adventures that we have been on, and all of the wonderful photos that we have taken. And I think this is really meaningful, and I definitely encourage you to make meaningful art pieces like this to display in your own home. You don't have to use film boxes, of course. You could use concert ticket stubs, Instax pictures, stickers, pins, you name it. Any of that could be displayed into a beautiful sentimental piece of art. And I'm really excited too because with all that white space left on the paper, it gives us plenty of room to keep adding more boxes in the future. I am so happy with how that camera wall turned out, but you're gonna have to see the final result when we show you the final reveal clips. Now, there's one part of this hallway that I've been going back and forth about, and honestly, probably the reason why I've delayed this mini makeover for so long, and that is the electrical panel. Now, I think because I put something on the other side of the wall, I don't really need to do anything over here. I know this is one of those eyesores, but at least here they were nice enough to paint it to match the color of the wall so it blends in. But I've been going back and forth on it because I'm not sure if it's good to put anything to cover the electrical box or the fuse panel. I don't know. So let me know down in the comments, is this something that you would try to hide or cover up in your apartment, or is it better to just leave this as is? I've seen conflicting reports on what you should do with it, so I thought it's better off to leave it as is for now for safety purposes and all of that. But if you think it's something that I should try hiding and covering up, I could maybe do that in one of my DIY for renters style videos, so just let me know. I am super torn on what to do, but for now, we'll leave it just like this. Now we are on to my favorite part of every room makeover, and that is putting down the rug on the floor. I'm so excited to see how this looks. This is of course a Laloy rug because that's pretty much what I always go with. They're super affordable. You can get them on Amazon and they come in so many different styles and varieties, and I'm thinking this is going to be the perfect rug to bring in the color palette and also a little bit more brightness into this kind of dark hallway. So let's get this down on the floor. Well, that was close enough. If your apartment has one of those really ugly ceiling light fixtures, you know the one I'm talking about. I love to find ways to cover them up, so let me show you the DIY way that I've created a little bit of a cover for one of those ceiling flush mount lights. If you've been following me on my channel for a little while, then you may remember this DIY project, but I thought it would be worth a little refresher. I'm using a basic round wicker basket, a nice large sized one to fit in the room. I got this one at IKEA a while back, but really any large round basket would do. And all I'm going to do is use some heavy duty scissors to cut the bottom off of the basket. And then if you decide to make this for yourself, you'll need to measure the rough diameter of your light fixture that you are trying to hide, and then cut off the remaining wicker pieces that you need just so that it will fit around that fixture. To hold it up on the ceiling, I'm using some hot glue to add on some twine to make little loops like this. You can kind of see what I'm doing here, and that is going to make this really easy to hang in place. Then around your light fixture, add 2 small screw hooks like this. You can see that I'm just doing this by hand. Some pliers do help though to make this a little bit easier. This is only going to put teeny tiny little holes that you can easily spackle over come move out time. And now it's time to put it back up on the ceiling. Whoosh, just kidding. That's not gonna work. This next project that I want to do, it feels like it's going to be a little controversial. People are going to love it or hate it, and that is add a sign, this little metal sign that says bathroom. I got this off of Amazon, though I would love to thrift one that's actually brass, but we're going to DIY it and make it look like brass, and I thought it'd be really cute to put on the door either right here or even down in like the middle kind of section on the door panel here. But I just thought it'd be a fun way to add a little character, break up how these doors are just so boring and white and the hallway is kind of lacking in color. So let me show you how I'm going to transform this little sign. What I'm going to do is take this sign outside and spray paint it black. It really doesn't matter what type of black spray paint you use, but you don't want to skip this step because it is so crucial for what we're going to do next. I'm using a foam brush and a combination of rub and buff shades to then go over the sign after that spray paint dried. I'm applying it so that it adds some relief to the different letters and design that is on here, and I layered in a couple different of the gold shades as well as the black rub and buff to really bring out this antique brass look. And then to make this renter friendly and not damage the door, I'm just going to use some of the picture hanging command strips. And with that, here's a reminder of what this space looked like before. And now, after a few simple changes, here is the after. I cannot believe it. We got the entire makeover done in a day, and it's just before 5 o'clock. So that means that this was such a success, and I think that these small changes really made a big difference, and it just feels so much homier now by adding these details, and just, I don't know, it feels so good to go from the hallway into the bedroom, which that makeover's already done. I just feel really happy with how this turned out. If you enjoyed this mini makeover and want to see more, because there's a couple other small areas in the apartment that we could, you know, give a little bit of a facelift to, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see another makeover that I've done in the apartment, you can click on this video right here. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!